got an answer father.
I'm on live.
And then you got your uncle's second answer. It's kind of ugly because you can't wait. I'm just talking to these days.
I'm on live. Who that?
Caleb, say what's up.
What's up, Caleb Bear? Hi. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Happy Mercury Day. Happy Mercury Day. It's Aries season. It's the start of the spring, but it's feeling like the start of the summer out this mug today. You feel me? Sun out bright today. What's going on, Airplane Jane? Chanel in the building. Myra in the building. What's going on, My? Barack Sasha. All right, Shantae 523. King Vintage. All right, Belle Papillon in the building. Belle Papillon. All right. Lauren Chanel. My brother Rakim in the building. Y'all check out Rakim, my lord, man. If y'all want more Astro Gems, y'all go do that. You know it's good for you. April Rosie. All right, y'all see the title. I don't want to take too much time, okay? I just posted about, today's forecast earlier today. So I want to talk about Neptune and Pisces transit in their houses, all right? Been hovering over this energy to start the week. We know this. I've said in the beginning of Aries season, when I went through important transits for Aries season, I said the week that Jupiter and Neptune meet up is going to be a very significant week. I said it's going to be a very significant week. Okay? As soon as Jupiter got into Pisces, that was significant. My brother Zodiac Energy 1 is in the building. Y'all tap in with my brother. If you want some more astrogens, if you know what's good for you. All right? But for the most part, I was saying, as soon as Jupiter entered Pisces, that was one thing. Then Venus got her bougie ass in there. Now we got all the planets that influence Pisces in that energy. So if you met somebody, anybody that's being born right now, their spirit resonates with the frequency vibration of Pisces energy to the max. All right? All the spirits being born right now under these energies, their imagination is going to be sky high. They're going to be dealing with extreme energies in their life, trying to decipher illusion and reality. And that's the pros and cons that come with having such a chart with enticed Pisces energies. There's always a curse with the gift. So the ability to tap into your clairvoyance, understand the subconscious, understand others subconsciously, right? Understanding naturally understanding the significance of having faith and belief. This is somebody with a lot of 12th house energies, a lot of Pisces energies is gonna understand. More Pisces energies than 12th house energies. Now, Jupiter and Neptune, they share the same themes. They're all about knowledge and wisdom. Jupiter is dealing with spiritual expansion. Neptune influences more in the collective. So that's what y'all could keep in mind to decipher the difference between Jupiter and Neptune. They both want to teach. They both want to learn. They both wise. They both philosophical, right? It's just that Jupiter is emphasizing more so your own experiences and how you spiritually expand, right? And Neptune's more so tapping us into understanding the subconscious of the world, the vibration of the world, the vibration of others. That's why Neptune deals more with that compassion type of energy, but they're both spiritual essence. And with them being together, what this does, it maximizes, it takes Pisces energy to the peak. So this is why I was saying earlier, like, guys, no matter if you're struggling with your mental health, your emotional well-being, you're dealing with any catastrophic moment right now, you feel emotionally unstable right now, this energy is helping us to access more optimistic viewpoints on our circumstances. This energy is pushing you to look past your motherfucking restrictions and understand, there's a lesson in everything. And if you're able to observe things like that, then you always gonna soak up the most out of your experiences. You're always gonna put yourself in a position to understand what the lesson is in what you're experiencing. There's no progress without that. There's no progress, you know, when you're going through tough times, when you're going through challenges, you're feeling mentally, emotionally unstable. You got to understand there's reasons for that. And if you can't dissect that, get to the root of it, then, you know, it's real easy to have difficulty dealing with that type of vibration in future circumstances. All right. So overall, guys, you know, the house we have Pisces in is very important. All right. Because this is the area of your life where these influences are vibrating right now. All right. So when we talk about faith, belief, you know, investing in your dreams, you know, dealing with more compassion and understanding, it's going to be directed towards the area you have Pisces in your chart. All right. So, and once again, let's not forget Venus is in the mix. So alone, not even talking about Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. When Venus in Pisces alone, she be tripping. Understand that. She be tripping. She be tripping because she too high. Ain't nobody restricting Venus here. Ain't nobody telling Venus, yo, hold on. Ain't nobody telling Venus, yo, you should mix your shots with juice. Ain't nobody telling Venus, like, you feel me? You already had 2 drinks, this, that, and the third. Give it 15 minutes, 20 minutes before you have your 3rd drink. Nobody's telling Venus that when it comes to her pleasures, you know? So we could put ourselves in a state that when it comes to people, places, and things, substances, habits that make us feel good, that tap us into feeling good, we are in a state of overindulging in these things. We can easily live in la-la land. Especially if you have a lot of water energies in your chart. If you have Pisces energy in your chart. If you have Pisces energy, if you're a Pisces sun, moon, rising, this could be a beautiful time for the realizations that you're making about yourself. From the insecurities, shortcomings, traumas, whatever. There's a whole lot of evolving going on for you guys in this area. But y'all can't allow yourself to be in a whole nother planet right now, because that's where this stellium could take us. Yes, Venus likes to spend money. Yes, Venus likes to spend money. You feel me? Look at the Venus ruled signs. Libra, Pisces, Taurus. Taurus damn near, you feel me? A lot of Tauruses got shopping addictions. A lot of Tauruses be fucking up their credit card balance because they just gotta have the finer things in life. A lot of Libras be having money management problems. You know, don't know how to manage their bread. You know, don't know how to be more responsible with their money. A lot of Pisces give their money out a lot. A lot of Pisces just be giving their bread out a lot. Man, shout out to my Pisces, man. Big hearts. Big hearts. Pisces be coming through in the clutch for a lot of people, man. Shit. So, let's get into these influences through the houses real briefly, y'all. All right, once again, I don't want to hold y'all. I don't want to take too much of y'all time. You feel me? All right, it's a beautiful day. I want to enjoy this day myself. Get me a nice, been running errands all day. I'm about to get me a nice, good old run. Nice, good old run under the sun. But listen, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Pisces rising. Shout out to all my Pisces risings. Shout out to all my Pisces risers in the building. All right. Now, all these energies is transiting your first house, Pisces. And this is the thing. This is why this energy is so significant for you, because you being a Pisces rising, that makes Jupiter and Neptune your chart rulers. Your chart rulers are back home right now. So when it comes to your life, you should really, if you're a Pisces rising, you should really be outside of your body, being able to observe circumstances going in your life from an outside looking in perspective. That should be real vivid for you to do right now, Pisces rising. You should be able to look at your personal life with an evolved way of looking at your personal habits in the past year, past couple of years. Shit. In the past couple of years. You know? Because Jupiter stay in the sign for about a year, so it take like 12 years for it to get into thing. You feel me? For it to get into Pisces. So the fact that your rulers is here, you guys are really in a state of really, philosophy. Let me not even try to use that. I'm trying to use big ass words and shit. Y'all in the real observational state of what's going on in your first house. Now, Jupiter's bringing expansion to the first house, right? So there's a lot of new opportunities, but these opportunities, Pisces risings, open up with you investing into your personal creative talents. And there's things that you're personally talented with. There's things that you have personal knowledge and wisdom about. And you've been developing so many ideas of how you can use these things to help you thrive, possibly build stability, connect to others. These are the things that need to get invested in. These can't just be things that you're vibrating heavy on right now, Pisces rising, and you're not, developing a diligent plan so we could get into Taurus season, which is a nice alignment for you, right? Because the sun going to be sextiling you. Right now, the sun is next door to you, is in your neighbor sign, but it's going to be sextiling you. So you're going to have a lot of energies from Taurus. You're going to be able to manifest a lot of new resources in order to invest in your dreams. You may just be able to start gain new knowledge and wisdom and opportunities to monetize your talents and things you have knowledge and wisdom about, Pisces rising. So right now, this ain't the time to be sleeping on yourself. This is not the time to be sleeping on yourself, Pisces rising. Whenever Jupiter's transiting a house, it brings expansion, aka there's gonna be a time frame Jupiter's allowing you to experience something. So by the time Jupiter gets out that house, you have a new evolved a sense of knowledge and wisdom about something in the first house. So that thing that you want to experiment with in your personal life, Pisces risings, that the more pour into that shit right now. Pour into that shit. You feel me? There's times, Pisces risings, you thought you didn't have the resources to do things you wanted to do. It don't feel like that right now. You're understanding the phrase, if there's a will, there's a way. You're understanding that shit. All right? You have to be careful how open and giving you are. You could be in a super sacrificial, selfless energy, and you got to make sure it is not counterproductive. You got to make sure your personal priorities are getting poured into right now. You got 3 planets in your first house right now. So your personal life is of super emphasis, man. Pisces rising. Like you shouldn't be compromising your personal shit right now for nobody, Pisces rising. You feel me? And I know y'all like to be in y'all little isolated bubble, a lot of y'all. Okay, a lot of y'all like to be in an isolated bubble. So right now, Jupiter and Neptune might be vibrating hard in that first house. Like, yo, we need to experience some new things right now, Pisces rising. Goddamn. We need to start that art business. We need to start posting our art. We need to start doing that motherfucking spoken word. Career is good. I'm making money. I got my own piece of water. One thing about a water rising, they gonna create they isolated, harmonious, solitude-like environment. If that's anything that a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces rising have in common, there ain't that much shit distracting the personal life, because the first house is sacred, is sensitive. They sensitive here. They sensitive about personal priorities. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces risings. So if you even somebody that made it into their first house, they are naturally in a state of sometimes becoming emotionally drained by the people they let into this house. That's why it takes a lot of work to get into the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio rising first house. All right. That's why I take a lot of work to get in that bitch in the first place, because everything got to be felt. So they got to feel your ass. They got to understand your ass in some type of shape or form. And it's funny because a lot of them mysterious as shit in the first place. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio rising, mysterious ass motherfuckers. So anyways, Pisces rising, you got to be careful of that super selfless, super sacrificial, open shit. Like, we got to make sure you pouring into what you really been vibrating hard, this past month. And this energy is going to continue to be a strong influence, because Jupiter's still going to be here for a while, and Venus is still got some time up in here, Excuse me, because Neptune's still going to be in here for a while, for the next however many years. And, Jupiter still got a lot of time in here. So And then, Venus in that first house is also influencing you to it's like a self-esteem boost wherever Venus comes. So there's a strong self-esteem boost with personal expression. Neptune and Jupiter, remember, they create experiences for you. So right now there's a lot of new experiences or opportunities or new ideas that you're developing for you to put yourself in a state to personally express yourself, Pisces rising. These are the things you need to pour into right now. Your own partner, people in your personal life, maybe even super encouraging you and reconfirming what you already know you're good at to invest in the first house right now. All right. So, or you may also be manifesting situations where people are intrigued by the knowledge and wisdom you have about something right now in the first house. When you got Jupiter and Neptune transiting, last thing I'm gonna say about Pisces rising, we're gonna move on. You got Jupiter and Neptune transiting here, Pisces rising. What you have insight about and what you have wisdom about, it's easy to kind of be seen right now. It's easy to be seen right now. You could simply be expressing something to a coworker and another coworker hear you and like, and this person really knowledgeable about that, or they seem like they got knowledge and wisdom about this other thing, this, that, and the third, and then like little shit like that opens up opportunities. See, that's the thing about opportunities in this realm. A lot of people want things to manifest the way they want it to manifest instead of just setting the intention and being open to universe navigating it the way it wants to do it. Some of y'all hold on too hard to the way you want success to come to you instead of just setting the intention of what you want success to be in your life, right? And then having the best plan, strategizing the best plan as possible and executing. But in that process, you got to remain open to universe moving you here, moving you there. Yeah, the more you put yourself in a position to be used by God, the more success you'll see. So the minute you set an intention, there may be situations in that process where universe is sending heavy signs and signals to tweak this part of your plan, tweak that part of your plan. But the minute you set intentions and you start getting to work, pouring energy into something, you helping yourself out by default. Universe is like, okay, they're walking the path now. Now I can steer them this way, steer them that way. But when you ain't walking at all, how are you even opening opportunities to have these signs and signals? You just, at that point, when you're not doing nothing, now you're just going to become a victim of your own thoughts and feelings because that's all you have to sink into. You don't have no new experiences to sink into, no new experiences to learn and see what to change, what to transform, what to detach from, what to add into. How are you going to develop all that shit being idle and stagnant? So Pisces rising, if you're in a state of questioning, damn, but what if, but how, but you're super out of alignment right now. If you're going to be delusional right now, Pisces rising, you need to be delusional in a positive way. Like, I want to make $1 million in the next 3 to 5 years. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do it, but that's what the fuck is going to get done. And who going to stop me? You in alignment. That's all that matters. You set the intention. You know the shit is capable. That shit gonna manifest how it manifests as long as you apply pressure. But all that what if, well, what they gonna say, but are they gonna relate? Are they gonna understand? Am I gonna be misunderstood? Because I'm usually misunderstood in my life a lot. Those are the small little inner battles that you gotta conquer on your process to keep you going. So nothing else gets in your way. So that's what we got going on, Pisces rising. Pisces in the second house, Aquarius risings, okay? Jupiter, now the second house rules your value system, the people, places, and things you value within yourself, your talents, your traits, what you feel like you're good at, and the things that you value in people, places, and things outside of yourself, right? Things that you value in other people or whatnot. And, this house is an earth house. We're dealing with stability, career, right? Dealing with your self-esteem here. We're dealing with the things that you are connected to build security and stability in yourself, in your life. So with Jupiter and Neptune transiting here, first of all, Pisces in this house, a lot of your value system are things dealing with, a lot of things incorporated into your value system are things dealing with spirituality, knowledge of self, subconscious energies, mental health, understanding your subconscious, You truly value learning about that, experiencing new things is something that you really crave in this lifetime. You really value putting yourself in a position to experience new things. So you got Pisces in the second house as Aquarius rising. It's not so much that you value money, you value what the experiences money can bring for you. And when you got Neptune and Jupiter transiting here, all that faith and belief is being pushed towards how you value what you value, how you value yourself. The things that you believe you're good at, your talents, what you feel like you could offer to the world, be of service to the world. These are the things that universe is like, yo, let's really show universe we have faith and belief in these energies by investing in these things. Jupiter transit in the second house, man. Jupiter is going to bring some expansion wherever it's at. So transit in the second house is going to be a lot of new information, opportunities, people to connect to, new strategies to help that connect to your value system, to open up opportunities to expand how you build stability. But once again, we talk about the benefits of Jupiter, lucky Jupiter this, lucky Jupiter that, but how do you help Jupiter to be lucky for you? How do you help Jupiter bring expansion for you? You help Jupiter by helping you by understanding what it's trying to teach you. So when you got Jupiter in the second house, right now you're in a state of understanding. It's not so much about the plan of how to make money. It's more so being in the right vibration to make the money. Oh, shit. God damn, God working through me right now. That's what's going on, Aquarius rising. You feel me? Your strategies and ideas to build your stability and security right now, none of those things are the issue. Are you in the right vibration? Is your self-esteem healthy right now? Do you have healthy values right now? Because a lot of them plans you have to build stability or security or career pursuits you may have, a lot of them things could take longer if you're still having negative values, valuing negative people, not acknowledging the negative people, places, and things that you value, you feel me? Bad spending habits, how you deal with your money. Money management is something that you have to get wiser with right now. Jupiter and Neptune transit in the second house. But second house is one of the most creative houses in the zodiac. And you got Jupiter and Neptune here. So Neptune is definitely like, you definitely feeling a strong push to use creativity to make some money right now. So it's like you could have a whole career right now, but you feel like your creative essence could be monetized to make way more than what your job is paying you. And Jupiter and Neptune is trying to push you to create or help create experiences for you to start finding out how to monetize or possibly invest into something that that you have as a creative attribute, or once again something you value within yourself. All right. But man, when we talk about, it's just with Jupiter bringing expansion, man, Jupiter being in your second house, Aquarius rising, this is my transit. You feel me? So it's like you got to put yourself in a state where you're understanding how to apply yourself by capitalizing from the mistakes you may have made with business, making money in the past couple of years when you got Jupiter transiting this house. It's going to be new opportunities, but Jupiter is going to be testing you to see if you evolve from mistakes you've made trying to make money, whether it's a consistency, whether it's not utilizing all the tools you have access, all the resources you have access to. So it could almost be a state for a lot of you guys where a lot of things you knew how to build, you had ideas or thought about using to build stability and security in the past, or you may have started and then you stopped. A lot of these things may be coming back into play right now. A lot of these things may be vibrating hard right now in the second house for you guys. But yeah, Jupiter and Neptune is if you're negative, if you're valuing negative people right now, if you're allowing yourself to stay, okay, this is another one. Jupiter and Neptune transiting here. If you've allowed yourself to be in situations where you're undervalued and underappreciated, it may feel like you're dealing with a lot of pressure and you're back against the wall, because Neptune ain't having that right now. Jupiter and Neptune together in Venus, and then Venus is transiting this house. Venus loves the second house, so that's a self-esteem boost. So she's going to be pushing you to go ahead and invest in your talents and whatnot, so she can experience more of a stable and comfortable and pleasurable physical experience, So Venus brings mad opportunities in this house too. She gonna bring some support from some type of person, place, or thing, or you're gonna realize you've had some support or resources in some type of shape or form, and you ain't realized it before. Venus transit in this house, hell yeah, you're gonna realize that. And then motherfucking mosquitoes, I know, man, they don't take too long to pop out, don't they? One of them niggas whispered in my ear earlier today, nigga, we back. I'm like, goddamn. And I'm Nigerian. They love Nigerian blood. If mosquitoes catch a Nigerian, that's like roof Chris to them. That's like roof Chris. No bullshit. Like, this nigga blood exotic. This blood made me feel like I'm back home, dog. Because mosquitoes, you know they live in Africa, that motherfucker. Mosquitoes come here for vacation, but they live in Africa like they live in Mama Africa like a motherfucker. Trust me, I know. Them niggas' roots go back to the motherland. But anyways, yeah, the second house. If you've been juggling with different things with financial situations, Venus, during these past couple of months, I'll say in the past month and a half to 2 months, you have to really put yourself in a position to work on the things that you really value right now. Because you Aquarius rising, you can't have all these energies transiting your second house. You know, Jupiter helping you to be more wise about how you conduct yourself with your talents and the things that you feel good with, right? And your value system. So this is a time where you're evolving and developing new philosophies about how you want to deal with your value system. A lot of y'all may have started new practices in y'all life recently with Jupiter and Neptune transiting, and it's going to be new practices you may want to start exercising now with them being conjunct. But you may have had the urge to start valuing meditating better. Meditating more, better sleep, working on your mental health, devoting yourself to going to the gym, a better diet. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying better values. This is what I'm talking about Aquarius rising when I say it ain't about the ideas. It's about the value system. How are you valuing yourself? How is your relationship with self-love? If we get those things together, the ideas that you have to build stability and security, they gonna flourish. They gonna flourish. And the ideas are so good, they could flourish on themselves, on their own. But the emphasis, Neptune and Venus together and Jupiter and all the motherfuckers together in the second house, that's what they really trying to get you to understand. Like, listen, we could get the bag. We could build security and stability. But, man, it's a whole better experience. Keyword, Jupiter and Neptune. It's a whole better experience if you have positive values. Shit. If we start looking at things from a more, if we start having more evolved ways of looking at our values, we may not even start desiring certain things as much as you think you desire them. That type of shit. All right? So if you're an Aquarius rising, I know you know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. You know? A lot of y'all probably wanted to be have 100 million your whole life. Now y'all, as soon as this energy hit your house, hit y'all shit, y'all like, do you really need 100 million? Like, what do you really need all that money for? Like if I make 300K a year, like, what can I not do? Like, what if I make 500K a year? Like, why my goals gotta be? It's like having more, you're trying to be a bit more selfless with what you feel like, you should be you should be experiencing in this physical realm. So, shoot for the stars, but understand this is an Earth house, Pisces, Aquarius rising. So a lot of times you have real creative ass ideas when it comes to building stability and security, and possibly how to even use your knowledge and wisdom or spirituality to help build stability and security. A lot of teachers are Aquarius risings, but when it comes into what's the name? When it comes into monetizing those things or turning your creativity into stability, you have to be able to be stable and be diligent and patient and practical about how you work on these dreams. So that's what you're like learning here. All right. So that's what's going on with you guys. Now, Pisces in the 3rd house, Capricorn risings. They ain't know what's going on, sis. So look, Pisces in the 3rd house, Capricorn risings. So we got Jupiter and Neptune conjunct in the 3rd house. You feel me? So right now what's going on, Jupiter's bringing expansion to the 3rd house. So there may be a lot of things that you're familiar with, things that's naturally in your surroundings, people you naturally surround yourself with, your friends, you know, some of the people in your social circle, things in your environment, things in your room, things in your house, things are going on in your neighborhood that Jupiter's trying to get you to disconnect from or expand beyond if you're putting yourself in a state of being too limited to these things. So a lot of y'all feel like, damn, I need to take a vacay. You feel me? I stay in the hood too much. Like, damn, I be in the Bronx all year. Like, I know there's more to life. The only trip I had is Miami. Like, damn, Bronx and Miami, is that life? Is that gonna be life, Capricorn rises? You ain't gonna go ahead and experience some shit until you achieve your Capricorn rising goals, aka building the stability and notoriety and brand and business you want in your life. You gotta learn how to experience some shit more than what's outside your familiar surroundings in the process to that. You can't keep yourself in the office all day. So that Jupiter and Neptune is in that 3rd house like, yo, listen, man. We need to shake some things up around in our 3rd house, okay? How can we use things in this 3rd house to bring expansion into our lives? So the 3rd house deals with familiar knowledge and wisdom that you have, things that you picked up in your neighborhood, in your familiar environment. And, we deal with communication here, relationships. So, Jupiter and Neptune's having you, look at your relationships from more of a wiser way as far as, being more mature about who you surround yourself with and the antics or the things that you allow yourself to be influenced by the people around you. Okay, but Jupiter's definitely there's a strong, because it's opposite here. Jupiter's home in the 9th house that deals with expansion. The 3rd house deals with local, familiar. So when Jupiter is here, it starts putting you in a space where you start looking at things you're familiar with in a state of evolving from it. So this could be certain mindsets you have, certain relationships that you have. So if you're looking at certain friends and people you surround yourself with lately, Capricorn risings, and you're realizing like, yo, we ain't really mentally, complimenting each other at this stage in life, even though it's all love. Yeah, Jupiter and Neptune's resonating hard here. Like, yo, it's all good to be there for your people, but when it comes to things that you want to manifest and experience in your life, you got to understand how your relationships and the people you surround yourself with influence all these aspirations. All right. But you're also being put in a state, Capricorn risings, to be more understanding, compassionate, more selfless, dealing with certain individuals. And you got to follow your intuition to understand what situations those are. I'm a Capricorn rising myself. So, that's a lot of Saturn and Mars energy. Saturn's all about building and stability, building foundation and structure. Mars could be real gimme, takey a lot of the times. So it's like almost right now, Capricorn rising, you got to learn to be more giving right now, my nigga. You got to learn to be more giving right now. You got to learn to be more understanding that just because you may look at other people as not being in the state of mind you're in, that that don't mean they don't got real life shit going on in their motherfucking life. You feel me? So Jupiter and Neptune is helping you to be more understanding. And this can manifest in so many different situations amongst your friends, especially your siblings. All right. Jupiter could also be influencing a move this year in this house. All right. Make sure you don't make no impulsive moves though. All right. Now, 3rd house, Venus is in the 3rd house. It may be some support coming from a sibling or a friend soon. In your neighborhood, maybe a new opportunity, something going on in your environment or with something that you're familiar with. Or you may be, continue to be open to seeing opportunities where something that you have knowledge and wisdom about, something that you're familiar with, 3rd house, right? Be open to understanding how you can use those energies, all right, to develop something. So maybe something that you grew up knowing how to do in your third house. You know, it could be whatever, making music, something, writing poetry, something you learn from your siblings, how to do makeup, whatever it is. Venus coming in the third house, she comes supporting. And a lot of times Venus supports you is from influencing you to see how to, you know, value yourself. So if Venus could influence you to look at you in the third house like, yo, what type of wisdom information you got here that you value and we should appreciate more. This is why you'll start to develop ideas to understand how to use a third house trait, something that's familiar to you, that you have knowledge and information of, and understand how to use that as an opportunity right now. So those are things that's kind of vibrating very hard right here. All right. But yeah, man, that's what's going on with that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. You know, it's kind of a hard medium to find a little bit, Capricorn rising, right now, between being cutthroat for the right reasons with people around you and being understanding of what other people got going on. So this is why you just want to be in a receiving, opening state, you know, exercise some more feminine energy in that manner, you know, feeling others where they coming from, you know, being more understanding, trying not to look at things extra practical, especially if your sun and moon is in earth or air. All right. It's a lot of Pisces energy in the air, guys. So if you have a lot of air, earth energy in your chart, you know, you can really come off as a rotten egg if you can't be understanding right now. And if you can't, you feel me? If you can't, you know, be the bigger person, you know, you may be able to win the argument and debate because you're right, but you know why this person is arguing with you in the first place, because you understand they stressed out about something else. You understand they projecting on you by default. You got to know how to be in some 12th house energy. Be like, yo, this ain't even about the argument. This ain't even about the debate. I know what they're going through. I know their relationship is stressing them out right now. I know they just came home from I know my partner just came home from a long day of work and they got shit going on in their life right now. You know what? Yo, my bad. You got to learn how to tap into them energies in life, man. You think your life hard, but then we automatically be assuming that motherfucker, everybody else's life ain't, nigga, everybody experiencing life out this motherfucker. So that's just some energy everybody could tap into, but it may be a strong emphasis for Capricorn risings, all right? So that's what's going on there. But yeah, don't Jupiter transiting here, new opportunities to expand the third house, new opportunities to realize the wisdom you do have that came out of this third house, right? And it's a real studious time for you. So make sure you invest into either getting readings, investing into new courses to learn about that business you want, probably reading books, things to help exercise the mind right now. You know, Jupiter is going to aid you to understand how all of that can be used for something, right? So that's what we got going on there. Pisces in the 4th house. Sag risings. Pisces in the 4th house. A lot of the times you're going to attract situations where you got to be the one that got to be super motherfucking selfish, sacrificial, compromising in the home environment, right? And then at an early age as a Sag rising, you're understanding how to deal with your emotions, how to invest your emotions, you know, understanding the ups and downs of having too much trust or relying on loved ones and shit. Like, you go through a lot with Pisces in the 4th house, you know, at times when it comes into understanding emotional stability and how that's developed through relationships in the home, you know. Because Pisces could get real gossipy at times. Pisces could get real blurry, illusion-like. It could be illusions in the home. Sag in the 4th house, you know. But one thing about Pisces, I said Sag in the 4th house. Pisces in the 4th house. One thing about Pisces in the 4th house, it's going to be some form of emotional dependence, stability for you in someone. Whether it's both of your parents, one of your parents, your grandparents. You're going to experience connection in the home, or bringing something close to the heart, you know, probably before your adult years. But when we look at Jupiter and Neptune here, there's a lot of new experiences going on this past couple of months, and is going to continue to that you're going to continue to experience throughout the year, dealing with, you know, family, home environment, loved ones, understanding the significance of solitude, your relationship with privacy. the understanding of the people, places, and things, and how that affects how you deal with your emotional well-being. You got to learn to be more mature and wiser how you take care of your emotional well-being, because none of us can depend on nobody to take care of our emotional well-being. Nobody can, only you can sign up for therapy. Only you could take your ass to rehab if you know you got a problem with something. Like, who else is going to be responsible for your subconscious, your emotional well-being other than you? So Jupiter and Neptune is in this house like, yo, we got to be wise about understanding that this bad habit really fucks our emotional well-being up. We got to understand that you do these things that we experienced in the family, in the home environment. Those were things that, you know, built certain traumas, or things that, you know, we got to understand how it affects our relationships. So Jupiter and Neptune teaching like a mug in this house. But that's the thing. Jupiter is exalted in this house. So it's a powerful year for you. Jupiter is exalted in this house. So when a planet is exalted, they feel like they're at their highest peak. They're the most powerful. They feel invincible at times in this house, even though they could exhaust themselves or overwhelm themselves. So with Jupiter in this house, there's a lot of new realizations, a lot of new downloads about things dealing with your emotional well-being, about how to deal with the heart chakra, about who to invest your heart into, who to invest your emotions into, why solitude or connecting to this person, place, or thing helps deal with your emotional stability. You being in a position to help teach others how to deal with their emotional stability from your experiences. You being in manifesting a lot of new opportunities to bring solutions to things that dealt with insecurities or issues in the home. There's a lot of patching up and healing to do, or that's able to be manifested with Jupiter and Neptune conjunct and Jupiter transit in the 4th house, for real, you know. And another thing these energies are going to do are going to influence you to take something you may be creatively invested in, but that you're more private with, and see how to use that to gain some more stability, or use possibly for an opportunity, or to help others, or to use to bring a solution into the home. It may be something that you're really private with, something that people don't really know about. The 4th house, most private house in the chart. So things that you get encouraged by friends, family, loved ones, or just natural influences to kind of probably shine some light on this, or probably circulate this art, this creativity, this, you know, this pastime, whatever you're into from a private state. That's something that you don't want to let go over your head during this transit. But you know, definitely a lot of new understanding and healing coming into situations dealing with the home environment, all right? Especially with relationship with any, you know, motherly like energy in your life. We got Venus in here, you know. So that's the thing with the Pisces houses. There's a lot of optimistic energies going on. Pisces is a real positive energy itself. Jupiter and Neptune, they're super optimistic, dreamy, and, you know, motherfucking flying in la la land. Everything is just so dreamy, la 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 la. And then Venus, you know, Venus is a real positive energy. So this is a time where you can put these energies transiting your 4th house, Sag rising, got you in a state where you yourself can be very cutthroat and very to the point dealing with certain people, places, and things, because you have too much of an understanding of how to build a comfort zone in your life. So you're being more stern, you know, you're being more direct, you know, more serious about how you conduct yourself with certain people, places, and things to protect your private space, to protect the subconscious, you know, going on here. So that only is going to open up more opportunities to connect to people, places, and things that support the 4th house. You know, that is in alignment with things with your 4th house. People that you feel comfortable bringing into the home, because you got the same peace you have when you have solitude when you're with this individual. It's hard to find these things if you're entertaining every single person, place, or thing that comes into your life. People be having the nerve to talk about, hey man, dating is hard, this, that, and the third. Man, what's wrong with men? Man, what's wrong with women? Sis, have you ever fasted from dating a bit to just see what naturally resonates with you, instead of just feeling like you got to entertain everything? Feel me? How you gonna manifest something harmonious, but you always in a state of entertaining a rotation? Now, if that's your intention, if that's what you're doing, if you polygamous or whatever, that's your thing, that's your thing. But if you out here saying that you desire to be have a harmonious connection with, you know, another individual or whatnot, but you in a state of being, you real immature with the way you date. Like, you feel me? You don't learn from any of your past relationship experiences. You feel me? There's a lot going on with Venus and Pisces, man. You feel me? So you got to be able to talk. You got to be able to meet somebody. Listen, this is how you know you evolving with the way you deal with your dating life. You got to be able to have the transparency to connect to somebody, meet them, and on the first stages, getting to know each other, you don't give a fuck about mentioning shit that you not good with, things you're working on, things you did negative in your past relationships. If you say you healed, or if you say you have an evolved understanding about your past relationships, this, that, and the third, then you would know that them energies are going to be displayed the longer you talk to this person. They're going to see for themselves. So if you understand that, then you know in the beginning stages, you don't got a problem saying like, yeah, I was a cheater in my past relationships, but I evolved from that. You feel me? I have my narcissistic ways. I was this, that, and the third. I let people take advantage of me. Like, you're not going to have problem being that transparent in the beginning stages because, like, you know who you are. And if that situation is a situation that's supposed to resonate with you, what is there to really be keeping behind the scenes? Like, what? It is what it is. But, you know, everybody got their path going on with how they deal with opening up to other individuals, you know. But, not to drift off too much. Fourth house energies, yes, have you emotionally fasted? Right. Anyways, you know. So, yeah, that's what's going on in that fourth house. That's what's going on in that fourth house with all them energies up in there. You know, this is definitely a time to be more wise about who you let into your sanctuary, who you let into your sacred space, who you let into the crib, like who you allow yourself to build a emotional connection with, you know. There's going to be a lot of situations, Jupiter and Venus, because with Jupiter and Venus, once again, these energies transiting in this house is anywhere you got Pisces at in the chart, you got to learn how to deal with situations wiser right now. Jupiter and Neptune want to make sure, Jupiter wants to make sure when it gets out this house, you have a wiser way of dealing with this house. So before Jupiter gets out this house, Sagittarius rising, you had to be more careful about what person, place, or thing you allow in your home close to you. You know, understanding that if you're dating somebody, if you're not communicating about certain things about where you at with your fourth house, that eventually this person could start connecting to you, building an emotional rapport with you, but you're not establishing certain things. So you're still being immature with how you deal with your fourth house. Because now with this person, with you attracting this person into your fourth house, you know, instead of you just telling them like, yo, this is what it's going to be. We just going to be connecting. We just going to be chilling. Or, you know, I'm dating with a purpose, this, that, and the third. You got to be more mature, seeing the potential of how things can come in the fourth house, you know. Because sooner or later, these are the things you're dealing with in a full moon. Like, damn, I got to get up on my fourth house. I feel all these things in my private space. I feel like I need to just detach and release from everybody and be in super solitude. Yeah, now you're in the extreme energy because you let anything into the fourth house. You let anybody come in your crib, in your home. You feel me? You're not being mature about who has access to you, to the intimate things about you, or, you know, whatever, you know. So that's what's going on, Sag risings. You know, be more. You a Jupiter ruled individual by default, being a Sag rising. So you got to be wiser with how you dealing with people, places, and things you connected to, and being more. Not sacrificial, got the word in my head. Ultimately being more understanding about, you know, things dealing with your emotional well-being. Like, you can't run from these things. You can't run from the things that you know you need to heal. You know, you can't run from the things that you know influence your relationship with solitude. So we're gonna leave it right there. Now, fifth house. Jupiter and Neptune transit in the fifth house. This is my Scorpio risings. Now, Jupiter and Neptune is up in the fifth house for the first of all, Pisces in the fifth house is gonna want to take their creativity and imagination and throw it into the fifth house in some type of shape or form. Or you're a Scorpio rising, so a lot of the times your personality is really in the cut behind the scenes, even if you're into some type of form of being an artist, an entertainer, being on stage, being on the fifth house, being seen for something creatively or expressing yourself. When you're not expressing yourself, you still low-key as hell. Like Kendrick Lamar is a Cancer rising. But I'm just thinking about water risings. That's why I even said earlier in the live, water risings being their own little personal bubble. like look how Kendrick Lamar just dropped music and then boom, he out. So that's like water rising energy to me. Like, even if they are artist, entertainer, you feel me? Even if it took a lot of the experiences for them to take their water fifth house, because if you're a water rising, you're gonna have a water fifth house. It took a lot of experiences for them to have the courage sometimes, or, you know, muster up, you know, the emotional intent to invest on being in the stage, showing their creativity. And then that alone, after that, is like, all right, man, after the show, I'm good, I'm done, I'm out. No interviews, none of that. So, but overall though, Pisces in the fifth house, man, is gonna be very imaginative of what it could do in the fifth house. It's more so about, is it gonna jump into them experiences? Is it gonna open up opportunities to jump into the fifth house and take that Pisces energy, its creativity, things it has knowledge and wisdom about? Is it gonna are you gonna put it in on the fifth house? Because you're gonna surely manifest opportunities for that to happen. You're gonna manifest people encouraging you, people telling you you're dope with this, knowledgeable with that, and all type of natural influences being developed, Pisces in the fifth house, to put your dreams and imagination on the stage for other people to see, right? But, you know, that's the thing you go through as a Scorpio rising, learning how to deal with some of that energy. So with Jupiter in this house right now, with the Neptune conjunction and Venus here, Jupiter is trying to expand this house. So it's creating new opportunities. It's creating harder influences right now for you to be like, damn, I should be putting this on the stage. I should be putting my knowledge and wisdom on the stage in some type of shape or form. You feel me? I know I'm gonna find tribe or build my creative, you know, audience. Because the fifth house is going to have to deal with an audience. If you on stage, it's going to have an audience here, right? So if you got these energies transiting here, Scorpio rising, you want to invest in all the things that you feel like could build you, help you to connect to an audience, that could help you be put in position to be seen for something that you creatively invested into. There's going to be a lot of things from the past right now resonating hard that you already have experience with, that you may think about right now, like, damn, I should go back to, you know, posting my music. I should go back to posting this, that, and the third, making these videos, doing this, that, and the third. Like a lot of them type ideas resonating hard in the fifth house. You know, Jupiter, once again, we don't have to, Jupiter just transiting the house is going to create the experience. It's not like you got to go on top of what you do. It's going to pull things in this house for you to experience whatever it is. So in the fifth house, maybe strong influences, new ideas for dealing with things that people can see you on camera for, people can see you on stage for, people can feel your sense of expression for all like Pisces like themes. And you know these things are heavy resonating when you're watching other people in the fifth house and you're like, damn, I got knowledge about that too. And they got this audience, you know, they got that community or whatnot. I got knowledge about that too. I'm more knowledgeable than that. I could express that. I could be on stage doing that. A lot of them energies, that's how you know universe is playing with you, Scorpio rising, when they start looking like, yeah, look, you got all that creativity, all that imagination in the fifth house with Pisces there by default. But look at everybody else throwing their imagination on the fifth house. Imagine what happens if we pour into throwing our imagination more into the fifth house. Imagine what happens if we listen to Jupiter transiting in this fifth house, helping us to experiment and experience more, putting our Pisces energy, having our Pisces energy displayed in the fifth house. You know, imagine what a result with Venus in this house right now, telling you to value and appreciate the things that you're creatively experienced with. You know, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. And you could really be in La La Land right now, Scorpio rising, with Love Matters. You one of the main ones right now. You could be the one in it. Listen, right now, Scorpio rising, y'all could be the main ones dealing with a situation that you've been in illusion with for a past couple of months. And it's like, all right, it's time to realize this relationship or this situationship has capped. And it's a full moon week too. So it's a lot of y'all that have to make these realizations here. When it comes to all type of love matters, is maybe things that you're just now, that Jupiter and Neptune may have you in an illusion with. And you have to be able to see all your, the reality in your intimate relationships. if you've got these energies transiting here. If a motherfucker not appreciating you right now with these energies transiting your 5th house, Scorpio risings, it's crazy to see you stay in these situations with this type of transit. Because it's going to be everybody and their mama telling you bugging right now. You're going to be the only one swimming in this illusion, but like, nah, I think this relationship could still work out. Like, nah, I think this shit still got potential. You've been interviewing everybody in your life about the relationship past couple months. Everybody telling you the same shit like, yo, stop asking me about that chick. Stop asking me about homeboy. I already told you. Your mama told you, I told you. Snap out the illusion. Please, take the lesson. You know, understanding how you're exchanging energy immaturely or, you know, without discernment. Because the 5th house is the what? The fun house. The romance house. So you got Jupiter throwing you experiences right now in this house. You got Venus wanting to connect in this house like a mug. You got Venus wanting that feel good, have fun. Pass the drugs, pour the shots. Venus, she taking shots, pouring the shots. Damn, you bartending and drinking tonight? Venus go crazy in the 5th house. Like Venus is Venus in the 5th house. People with Venus in the 5th house, you feel me? These are the individuals. They could be a Scorpio rising. They could have low key energies, but they got Venus in the 5th house. Look at them when they in the 5th house. You catch them in a party or whatnot in the club. This time you seeing a whole different person. It's Venus in the 5th house. When it's time to have fun, Venus is going to take full advantage of them times. So that's for real. So Venus in that 5th house transiting their period is just reinforcing the things you created with. If you used to make music, you seeing so much people become successful right now with shitty rap. There's about 1,500 Pop Smokes in New York right now. It's about 1,500 of them. You're gonna be watching all these motherfuckers like, yo, this nigga really blowing up. How this nigga got 1 million views on the video? This the 9th Pop Smoke I seen in the past. They still letting these fake Pop Smokes get popping out here? They still letting these fake little babies get popping out here? At least I know my shit original. God damn. Now I gotta put my music out. Now I gotta write my book. Now I gotta start teaching astrology. I be knowing this shit more than the motherfuckers teaching this shit. It's like that type of energy. Strong push for Venus. Venus deal with self-esteem. So Venus is giving a strong self-esteem boost when it comes to 5th house-like energies for you guys right now. And it could even be in situations, 5th house deal with expression, so it could be in situations you in the job place, you at work, and you like, nah, I need to express myself about this. Fuck that. Fuck that weak self-esteem shit. They gotta hear this. I ain't gonna get fired for this, but they need to hear this. Shit like that. So that's what's going on, Scorpio risings. I'm coming right back on. Let me say this live.